Hi gang, I had to quickly whip up this video. I've had to quickly get everything ready to make this video for this afternoon. Unfortunately, some of the games in the tournament have already happened, so oh well. Anyway, hi. It's 2023 Pixel Party Championship time. It's time to do predictions for the group stage. Again, some of the matches have already happened. I don't think there's anything unsurprising so far. So, nothing that would have changed my predictions regardless, so let's just start. I'll go through normal first, even though the hyper did start beforehand. I'm just going to go through every single group and predict. Talk about the groups and then predict the order of the groups. I'm not going to do any final stage predictions yet. I'll probably make a final stage predictions once the group stages are all done. But it depends. I'm not sure. We'll start with Group A. A real group of death. Got Rawad, IF3S, Jacob or RMB, Gwap, and VQLP. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. This is an interesting one, in that I don't know why Jacob picked this group. He had a choice between this group and Group G. I just don't see any reason why you'd pick this group. I think this group is one of the easier groups to predict. I've gone with Gwap first, Rawad second, Jacob third, and VQLP fourth. I think all four of these players are on different levels to each other. I don't see much chance of an upset. I think Gwap is just, at the moment, better than Rawad. But I still think, at the moment, Rawad is better than Jacob. And VQLP hasn't played in over a year, so I would be surprised if this group finishes any other way. I feel like this is a fairly safe prediction. Group B, a similar situation. We have Dopa, Nerno, Ane, and Tokyo. This one, harder to predict, but I can pretty comfortably tell you the two people who will qualify and the two people who won't. It's just the order. Who comes first and who comes second, and then who comes third and who comes fourth. I've gone with Dopa first, Nerno second, Ane third, and Tokyo fourth. I think Dopa's probably favourite to win the tournament. And there's no real surprise there. I think Nerno absolutely could win the tournament. I think he absolutely could beat Dopa here. But yeah, he would have to de-rust. There was a point, whilst making this, there was a point where I thought I might have to predict Nerno to come fourth because he wasn't in the server. However, as I was making the slideshow, he rejoined, so I'm gonna, as long as he plays his matches, he should come second here. And then between Ane and Tokyo, Ane's just more not rusty, has been playing in the past months, where Tokyo hasn't, and that's really the separation between them two. Group C is a much more interesting group. Owen, Addison, NSK, and Lovely Bunny. I mean, I say this in the nicest way possible. I don't see Lovely Bunny having a chance here. It really comes down to the other three. I think Owen should be pretty assured of a group win here. I think he should win this group. And then between NSK and Addison, Addison can win any game, Addison can lose any game, really. But I just feel like at the moment he's coming into this with more going for him than NSK does. So I've gone with Addison getting through over NSK, with Owen in first, Addison second, NSK third, and Lovely Bunny fourth. I can really see second place going either way. If I can see Addison winning this group if he gets the luck he needs against Owen, but we'll see. This is what I think is the most likely outcome. Moving on to my group, we've got myself, Goober, Chloe, and Jimmy. I guess the, like, pivot player, the player that's going to make the most difference to the standings is going to be Oofy's. I think in all of his matches, I think all of them could go either way. I think he should be probably expected. Well, not expected, but he should have enough to come second in this group. I should have enough to win this group. However, I can see Oofy's beating me. I'm not necessarily sure if Chloe or Jimmy would beat me, because I don't think they're as good with RNG as Oofy's is. That's, like, the separation, I feel like. But then, I don't know if Oofy's is just also going to beat Jimmy and Chloe, necessarily. Again, like Addison, Oofy's has the potential to win any game and lose any game. And then between Chloe and Jimmy, it's like, I haven't seen Chloe play enough to know necessarily how that lies. I'm gone with myself winning the group, which I should do. Oofy's coming second, which he should do. And then I've gone with Jimmy third and Chloe fourth. Again, I can see there being, like, difference to this, but this is what I feel like should be expected. But it could go anyway, really. This group is fucked. Group E is going to be probably the most entertaining group to watch, I think, in the entire tournament, apart from maybe one of the hyper groups, which we'll get to. Steind, Coolman, Bazymo, and Uni. I don't know. I think for Coolman, this is fuck about, find out, just troll group. Coolman, I feel like Coolman is more expected to come last, but that kind of means the pressure's off of him, and he can really absolutely destroy this group. I don't think he will, but any points he gets is going to be huge. But I do see this being... But between these three, I don't know. I genuinely do not know. And, like, there's an... I feel like there's an argument that Steind is the best player in terms of ability, then Uni, then Bazymo. But if you base it off of how good they've performed in tournaments, the exact opposite is true. Bazymo has the most tournament wins, is the only... has beat Doper in the grand finals this year, has won a lot of tournaments this year. Uni, similar, won some tournaments this year. I think, more than just the 2v2, but has multiple weekly wins, whereas Stein only has one weekly win. So, predicting is like, what do I trust more, technical ability or proven tournament ability? And I've thought about it for a while, and I've gone with this. I think Stein beat Bazymo. I think Stein has enough to beat Uni. I think Stein will win, and then Uni will beat Bazymo. But I can see the exact opposite being true. I can see Bazymo winning this group and Stein not getting through. It really can go any way, this group. And having Coolman there just to troll and try and win by probably RNG is going to really mess with this group, I feel. But this is the best I could do in terms of predictions. I don't know if this will be right, but we'll see. Another fun group, probably the other fun group really of normal. We've got Group F, Mia, Q, Kai, and Beck. I think all four of these players, if put in other groups, would qualify through some of the other groups. I think combining them here is going to make for a very interesting group. But I feel like there's a gap at the moment between the top two in this group and the bottom two. I think Q should win. I think Q is, in my opinion, the best player in this group. I've gone with Q winning, Kai second, Mia third, and Beck fourth. But again, this is a very competitive group. Anyone here could qualify. I think anyone here could fail to qualify. I could see Q just not playing any of his matches. But if Q really does focus, I think he should win this group. And I think Kai has just had a lot more better tournament performances than the other two. But again, this group, anything really can happen, especially when you have someone like Beck who is going to go for RNG pretty much as much as possible. It really could just go anyway, but I think this is the most sensible prediction. Group G, we've got Zachary, Brad Films, Pika, and Sync. I've gone with this. I feel like this one's a pretty safe group for Zach. I don't see there being much of a challenge for him winning. I think the battle for second place is a bit more interesting, but I think Pika should have enough to get by. I'm not sure how Sync is going to do. I haven't seen Sync play this game in a long time, so I'm going to trust that Brad Films would get that. But again, I think both of these two have a pretty far shot of getting through. And then Group H, which is a group for sure. Kevin, Fwill, Muesli, and Mybe. Fwill's not in the best form. Kevin's not in the best form. But I think both of them still should get through. Between Muesli and Mybe, there's not a lot in it. I've gone with Mybe, but again, I don't think there's much in it here. And there also could be RNG at play. I know Muesli will definitely attempt RNG at some point. I'm probably gonna guess Kevin might try against Fwill. I think Fwill, even though he's out of form, should still beat Kevin Penguin. Even if Kevin is in form, I think Fwill should still win that match. And Kevin's not even really in form, so Fwill and Kevin get through. Time for hyper predictions, which are a lot. These groups are a lot harder to predict, I feel. Apart from one, which we'll get to. We'll start with Group A. Owen, Pika, Bazaimo, and Beck. I think, whilst he doesn't like the mode, I think Owen is one of, if not the best, hyper player at the moment. I think this is really, I feel, a battle for second place. And I'm gone with Bazaimo. I think, looking at this group, power-ups and power-up advantage just doesn't exist. All four of these players are huge power-up nerds. So I can't really give, like, Pika and Beck an advantage here because they're good with power-ups, because both Owen and Bazaimo are the same. So I've had to basically just base this group off of Pixel Party, just skill. Again, I don't. This might not necessarily be true. I think Hyper, there's so much more randomness and variety to it that this could really go anyway. But I think Owen is pretty assured of first, and I think I just don't have a reason why Pika or Beck would necessarily beat Bazaimo here. Group B, I think, is it would be a very interesting normal group. In terms of hyper, I'm not as sure. We got Dopa, Kai, IMB, and Uni. Dopa, again, one of the best, if not the best player in the game right now, I think should win this group. Although he will definitely have threat from pretty much anyone in this group. He has already played Uni and won 2-1. And I think that's an indication that there is a chance there for someone like Kai to possibly beat him. I think with that result, though, it sort of clears up a little bit what's going to happen with this group. I think that Dopa will win and Kyle come second. I think having ref the match, I think Kai should be able to get by Uni, but I think there's also you can also suggest that Kai might be able to get past Dopa given the performance. How the match was a close match, but I think Dopa should have enough to win this group. I think Kai would be favoured for second, but it would be close. I'm just not sure how good Jacob is at hyper, and given his current form is not great in normal, I don't really see him having much of a chance here. But it could happen. He has been good in the past. He's definitely a good player. So really, anything could happen here, but I think this is the most likely outcome. And then we get this fucking hell. Myself, Fwill, Nerno, and Kevin. I I don't know, man. I really, really don't know. I think... I don't know what I think here, because I really genuinely do not fucking know how this is gonna go. Looking at it on paper, I think I should come last here. And that's what I've predicted. I'm just not good enough with power-ups to really stand a chance here. I'm unsure of Will. He's not in form and he's not a fan of Hyper. But even if I were to beat Will, there's still Kevin who is good. Who's good with power-ups and a competent... enjoys Hyper, a competent Hyper player. And then there's Nerno who, whilst I haven't seen much, what I have seen of him in Hyper, he could genuinely win this tournament and quite comfortably too. I don't know necessarily if he will or not, but if he's not rusty at Pixel Party and he plays the way I've seen him do, he could like easily win this tournament. I think he'll win this group. And between Kevin and Frill, I think it was fairly close to calling normal, and I think it will flip here because it's Hyper. So I've gone with Nerno winning and Kevin second, Frill third, and me fourth. I can like see myself winning this group. I can see myself qualifying through this group, but there's a pretty strong case that I go fourth and I don't win a match. And I'm like not filled with confidence that I would win. Especially when in a group like this, your ability to use power-ups is definitely going to be tested, and my ability to use power-ups is non-existent. So it's the fairest prediction I think I can make. But this is a fucked group, and I really can see anything happening here. And then Group D, which is I think it's a clear separation between the two who will get through and the two who won't. We have Guap, Rawad, Oatmeal Man, and Vivot. Oatmeal Man and Vivot haven't played in over a year. I think between them two, I literally couldn't tell you. I've just gone with Oatmeal Man. Not only did better than Vivot, but also did better than Rawad in that Hyper Tournament. But that Hyper Tournament was over a year ago now. So, will it matter? No. But given they both haven't played, there's no other way I can predict other than going off of that and just assuming Oatmeal Man will beat Vivot. Since then, Raward's still been playing, still gotten better at the game. I think Raward will comfortably beat both of these. And same with Guap, and then it's between Guap and Raward, and it's the same story as normal. I think Guap is just on a higher level than Raward at the moment, so Guap will win the group, Raward second, Oatmeal Man third, and Vivot fourth. And that's it. That's my predictions. I'm presuming other people will be making predictions videos, or if not, they'll probably leave their predictions somewhere. If you want to leave your predictions in the comments, do. I won't read them. I don't care. Nothing else to say other than goodbye, and if you're in the tournament, good luck. See ya.